Ugh. Why? How's it going? David from Comic Book Investments. Man, this is. You think that things would get better? That if a company hired, whatever they said, like 70 employees, and they're hiring more, they moved into a new building, everything's going a little smoother, all this kind of stuff. You would think that with all that influx of money, $500 million. Now, I know not all of it goes to this company, but some of it does. And with these new buildings and, they're coming out with new, services and all sorts of stuff, you think they would do better. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about CGC. Here it is again, another complaint video about CGC. I feel like I'm doing these like monthly now. But you'd think with, they got $500 million from Blackstone, a Wall Street investment company. And they also moved offices and they hired 70 employees and they're opening new services. Like now they're going to grade video games along with, trading cards and all that kind of stuff that they've been grading. You would think that they would have a better handle on their core audience right now, their core product, So let's take a look at this. This is CGC's current turnaround times. So I was doing a batch to send to CGC, and this is what I saw. I couldn't believe it. Now, I know that they're bad, right? But I didn't realize they just kept on getting worse. You think they would get better. You're hiring more people. What you like? So the one that really stuck out to me was walkthrough. If you look down here, walkthrough, right? 12 business days. 12 business days. You walkthrough. What does that mean? It means you walk through. Like if you're in real estate and you do your final walkthrough, that's it. You walk through. It's like it normally takes a day. Like you put it in that day, you get it out later that day. Like that's what it means. That's what it's always been. That's what we've always paid for, was a 1-day turnaround type of thing. 12 days. 12 days. What are you doing over there? You hired a bunch of new people. And here's the thing. Like, I get it. A lot of people started sending in a ton of comics and prices went up, right? But majority of probably the comics that are coming in are not your really expensive books, right? They're not so Express is $3,000, so you're, $3,001 and up books. Most of them are just going to be your $100, $200, somewhere around there. That's what most people are flooding CGC with, like a bunch of that stuff. It's not like super expensive books. So why are the super expensive books now taking a hit of 12 days? 12 days. You pay 3% of fair market value to begin with. And on top of that, now it's taking 12 days. And you don't have another option. Like, you can't just be like, whatever, I'll send it slower. Look at it right there, Express. Might as well send it 20 days. But no, I can't, because if it's expensive, I have to send it this way. It's just so annoying. And it's just like, look at these other days. Modern, 105 days. Okay, that doesn't seem that bad. I mean, yeah, it used to be way better back in the day. But remember, these are business days. These are not like just days. So weekends come around, they're not working. That means they don't count. But look at the economy. The economy is now 150 days. 150 days. That's 6 months. 6 months turnaround time just to get your book back. And max value of $400. Now you can do a fast track and you can pay an extra $15, which will shave off, almost 40 days on the economy. That kind of makes it almost worth it, but it's like you're paying 50%. The moderns, you're paying, almost the same price as you pay to get the book, and it's only going to shave off 20 days. So to me, that's not really worth it to do that. Then you got your standard, which is now 91 days. So you're looking for your standard books, like around $1,000. It's going to take you over 3 months. Like over 3 months of great. Like, what are you doing over there? Like, I'm so confused. You hired all these people, but yet you're even further behind. And that's kind of why I think I mentioned this in my other videos. CGC didn't hire new people to speed up their process. They hired new people to make themselves look like they're growing and bigger than they really are. So when Blackstone went and bought them, that's a metric that companies use. Like, oh, how big are you? How many employees do you have? All this kind of stuff, right? So they didn't actually, and this is what I always thought, they didn't actually hire all these people just to speed up the process to do better. No, they wanted to pad themselves to make it look like they're a bigger company than they really were, and say like, look, we have all this demand, we're hiring people, and we still need to hire more people, blah blah. But they're actually not even really working, not even trying to get it out, all that kind of stuff. That's not their goal. Isn't to do that. So then they got all the money, and now they don't really care, right? Blackstone bought them, $500 million. You know, and I know Blackstone bought CCG, which is the parent company of CGC, and yes, but this all plays into that. So yeah, it's just so annoying. Like, I'm just so confused. Like, just hire. I'd say hire more people, but they did that already, and it didn't really make any difference, right? I'm just confused. How can you hire 70 new employees, and now it just takes even longer? People aren't sending in droves that much more comic books all of a sudden. Like, yeah, maybe there's an uptick in how many comics people are sending, but it's just, it's just so frustrating. So dumb. Hey, Frankie. But yeah, 12 days for a walkthrough. Walkthrough used to take 1 day and then boom, right up to 12. And it's like, really? Now you're going to go at least like with 2? Now you start with 2, maybe 3 days? No, we're just going to go straight to 12. Straight, that's a little over 2 weeks, which normally took a day. Now it's going to take 2 weeks. Like, and then on top of that, you're paying 3% for it. Like, that's what, it's just so frustrating, so irritating. That, it's like, because like, my business depends on getting stuff in and out, but it's like when everything takes much longer, that really affects my bottom line. So yeah, I don't know, what's CBCS Comics. See what CBCS is. Let's see how they're doing. Current turnaround time for CBCS. All right. Let's see. Moderns, 4 to 6 weeks to complete, which is, like 30 days. That's not even close to that. Expanded, which would probably be their next one up, same as the E on CGC. 4 to 6 weeks as well. Consumer, 4 to 6 weeks. 2-day modern. Wow, they're still doing 2 days. All these. Wait, what does it say? All turnaround times are estimates. In the event CGC sold, blah 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 blah. Okay, just estimates. But yeah, 2 weeks for quick stream, which is their standard, and that's 2 weeks. And then rapid is 1 week. Why does it keep zooming too fast? All right, then 1 day, basically the walkthrough, is cheaper and same day. So still there. Let's see if, nope, I can't actually click it. So I'm assuming that these are pretty close to accurate. What do you guys use CBCS? Is this accurate numbers, or are they just kind of like they put this up there and never changed it? And it's actually not accurate at all. I have no idea. I haven't really used them. I know my dad has switched over to CGC because he just said, I can't wait as long for CGC to come back, which is, it's just ridiculous. We have so many boxes just sitting there. It was really annoying because when they made that switch, CGC made that switch, over from getting rid of the value tier, and this went everything modern and economy. A bunch of books that we actually sent economy, which was faster, got all slowed down. So we had a bunch of books over there that were considered economy at the time, and then all of a sudden CGC decides like, oh, we're getting rid of that, and they moved it all to a longer time frame, and it was like, ugh. So yeah, that definitely hurt us. But yeah, I mean, it's just crazy out there. Like, people ask me, is CGC going to get worse with Blackstone? And I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe they would get better. And I guess they're just getting worse. Like, they just don't care. So, yeah. All right. Well, let me know what you guys think. All right. Have a good day. Bye.